I'm in Florissant, Colorado. I want to make it from Denver. So, spend some time up here. I've had another water station. I'm in Florissant, Colorado, and I'm at the Florissant Fossil Bed National Park. Look how pretty it is here. No pets allowed though. Sasha had to stay in the car, or in the van. Here we go, see what we can see. I have a picnic area over here. A yurt. A yurt. All vehicles must vacate this parking lot by 4:30 sharp because the front gates are locked. Remaining vehicles subject to $180 fine. Well, that's a expensive parking ticket. Welcome to Florissant. Fossil Beds National Monument. This is some fossils. So. Entrance fee is required. The air is dry, oxygen is sparse, sun is strong. Take water. I don't plan on going that far. We'll see. There are 15 miles of easy to moderate hiking trails at Florissant Fossil Beds National Monument. Maps are available in the visitor center. No pets.
He thought of a question. Awesome. What is it?
Where do you have the wind radar?
That's an excellent question. So these stumps are right where the trees were growing 34 million years ago. That's a long time for them to be just sitting there, slowly turning into a petrified stump. But also now that we, as humans, and not us, just people here right now, but we meaning paleontologists, have dug them up, now they're exposed to stuff. What do you think they're exposed to that could damage them? Yes.
I'm trying to think how many.
Absolutely. Here, the precipitation of all kinds is really terrible because any moisture gets inside the stump. What happens to water when it freezes?
It turns to ice.
It does turn to ice. And the funny thing about ice is, does it keep the same shape as the water, or does it get smaller or bigger?
Okay.
When it freezes. It does get bigger. Good job. Yeah. So the water gets in there, it fits in the crack, and then it gets cold at night, it freezes, and it goes pop, and it causes the stump to shatter from the inside out. So wind is horrible because it's taking tiny little pieces away as well as blowing the sand against it, so sand blasting it. Water and other precipitation is terrible because it always seems to turn into ice. What else might be damaging those stumps? Bonus question. What else that is related to the big picture of weather that could make it not great for those petrified wood stumps? Definitely water, because it's carrying bits and pieces away and making the plants grow. Pollution does affect it. So the pollution here, all pollution really in our air is carbon dioxide based, which makes every bit of moisture that comes out of the sky a little bit acidic. Not enough that we would feel a difference, but over time, it does damage things. Statues, wood, stone stumps, crops, things like that. Anything else? What about, do you guys wear sunscreen?
Yes.
UV radiation, it turns out, damages stone just as much as it can damage skin. So those weather stations out there, you can use them to collect all the data of any kind of weather anywhere. You could do it in your backyard. We're using it to collect data on what is making those stumps smaller over time. And it turns out the data is really important because the stumps are eroding faster than we anticipated. So that's how we can prove as scientists we need to do something. It's not just looking at it, now we have data.
How long do you feel like, at the current rate, when you say really faster than, would it be till that was?
Not in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Does
But
climate
in terms of
change,
science-
does climate change have an effect?
Absolutely. We are a
what?
climate change
Climate
park.
change.
Yeah.
We are a climate change park, so we are experiencing more torrential rain
Yeah.
and less snow.
Yeah.
So the combination is not great. The water pools at the bottom of the stump, and then it gets sucked up into the center like a straw.
Huh.
So yes.
Do y'all do any interventions?
Yes.
Okay.
So, no, that's fine. We are
Same.
absolutely, as a science-based park, that is a part of our mission, is to preserve the stumps. So, our interventions, mitigations are ongoing, and many of them, though, are experimental because there's not a lot of stumps like this in the world.
Yeah.
And the majority of our scientists are architects and historic building preservationists.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
we borrow scientists from other fields.
Yeah.
That's fun, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, friends, are you ready to take the pledge? Which batch? You hear show?
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah.
You're gonna
We
take the
can
pledge,
do
you get
the
the
other
badge.
cool parts in a minute. I'm gonna give you this part back. And you can stamp that when you're done, or stamp it back.
That's awesome.
This is what we're gonna do.
That's awesome.
All right.
Oh my God.
Okay, cool. So,
No.
you read the pledge, it's kind of like easy, right?
No, I don't want you to see.
We did that today. Are you ready for that? You raise your right hand. Good job. And repeat after me. As a junior.
Yay, he's a junior first ranger. That's awesome. So sweet. Okay, I'm gonna go get a pass.
All right.
I'd like to get a, well, I guess an annual pass. Seniors age 62, is it $20 for an annual pass?
Yeah, so the annual senior is only $20, and you can actually, next year you decide to get another one, you can get another annual. If you decide to do that, keep the old one.
Right.
You can always bring it back and exchange it for a reduced price of the lifetime.
Awesome. That's great. Awesome. So I have my pass on my phone, so we will do that.
The thing about the passes, though, is I am not a fee ranger. I'm not allowed to do that, but
Oh.
she's at lunch, so she'll be back in like 15 minutes. So
Okay,
you
I
can
can
go
wait.
enjoy the park and then come back, and we'll get you your pass. Okay?
Awesome. On my way out, you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. And they've got to be out by 4:30, right?
4:30, yeah, you've got plenty of time. Most likely the rain and lightning will start and
Soon.
interfere before 4:30.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay. 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 Sorry. Big beetles. Fish. Green fly. Beetles, flies. Turn. Fly. There's a damsel fly. Yay. Should go see what we can see. See what we can see. Almost called me last night. You did? It's so dark I can't see. Who? Oops. Oops. Janet, hi Janet. Hi sweetie. How are you? What are you up to? Memorial Day weekend. I'm in Florissant, Colorado. I guess I don't know, I wandered away again. I'm happy up here. I had gone to Castle Rock, dug through my storage units a little bit. Grassroots effort. I dug out all my Halloween decorations and some old toys that my father had given to my oldest son, Uriah. And all the Halloween decorations. So I got rid of a little bit of stuff out of my storage unit. A little bit. Look at this. Wow. That's one big tree. Stump of stone. 34 million years ago. Cool. Excuse me. I remember bringing my older kids here a long time ago when they were little, because we were always out doing stuff. They didn't have these shelters over the trees back then. Just these open, just little stumps. Cool. Ooh. Says ancient clones. This family circle of fossilized redwood stumps grew out of the single trunk of an older parent tree. The three trunks are ancient clones, or genetically identical copies of that parent tree. Modern coastal redwoods also reproduce by stump sprouting. If a redwood is toppled or burned, a ring of new trees often sprouts from burrows around the trunk space. In the coastal redwood forest, families and groups are common. But this trio of stone stumps is unique in the world's fossil records. Huh, that's interesting. That's pretty. This picnic area. Reading the rings. It says the stumps of Florissant have great average ring width than compared to modern-day redwoods of Northern California. This indicates that the redwoods of Colorado's past thrived in more favorable growing conditions than their modern counterparts on the foggy ridges along the California coast. So, they grew here better. What, 34 million years ago? So it used to be a dense redwood forest, and now it's a open stands of ponderosa pine, Douglas fir, and quaking aspen. Layers of time. Let's see. $1.08 billion years old. Pikes Peak granite. Missing time. There's a gap known as unconformity. Represents about 1 billion years, during which time immediate deposits eroded away. Oh. Wall Mountain turf, 36 million years old. I'm good. How are you, Richie? Richie Vegas. I haven't made it to Nevada. Just wandered away from Denver again. I'm in Florissant, Colorado, at the fossil bed, National Fossil Bed. So this on the very top, that's the last 2 million years. Out of all that time, layers of time, very little top. These are the last 2 million years. Look, here's an amphitheater. They must put on shows here. Excuse me. Pardon me, excuse me. That was a long time ago. That we brought the kids here last time in here. Look, this is so cool. What people pay to have these in their yard, huh? This tree grew out of the fossilized stump, huh? I know, isn't that cool? How Richie? Look how pretty the sky is. Can't see Pikes Peak anymore. I'm going further south. Just... kind of fun. I'm really thrilled. $20 for an annual pass. National Park Pass. That's cool. One per side. What's the story on the Great Lakes? Are the trees growing on the side of the rocks? Like from a long time ago, or just that they grow on the rocks? I'm sorry I keep doing that. Giving you horrific close-ups of my face. Why? Stop doing that. Oh, maybe because it's... Stop. Maybe because it's my screensaver. My glass cover. It's all cracked. It's not really bad. It's pretty bad, but... Yeah, the 1,000-year-old trees, just 1,000-year-old trees. That's cool. So I drove by earlier this year. I drove by Lake Michigan, and I drove by. It was in the winter, and I was just coming back from Detroit, bringing something back, and I drove by Lake Michigan, and and I tried to see it, but I didn't go to a dock or anything. I just went down toward the tip off the highway, and it was just way too wet and snowy to get anywhere near the shore. So I took a little hike close to the lake. Nature is smoking down next, I know. I quit smoking. It helps. Am I allowed to? I'm just gonna, I'm not leaving my cigarette butts here. There's no signs that say no smoking. won't start a fire. I've been camping. Well, all last week I was camping. It was really nice to have a fire in a fire pit. It was so much fun. You don't think I'm allowed to smoke? Okay. Anyway, it's so beautiful here, isn't it? So beautiful. I don't know where I'm going to go from here today. I should head back to Denver, or head back to Castle Rock. I mean, finish cleaning out my storage unit, or working on my, not finish, but work on it. Work on my storage unit. Storage units. Plural. Luckily, they're right next, we're all pretty close to each other. See what I can eliminate enough to at least get it down to one, huh? At least get it down to one. I'm not gonna hike too far because Sasha's in the van. Take her out for a hike. Wow. Or I can take her. It's lunchtime. What you having for lunch? I've got. I'm just gonna stop at a store too. I need some fresh veggies and fruit. I got some hamburger, some canned veggies, some lettuce. Can make a hamburger. I want onions and pickles. I picked up a jar of pickled asparagus, home canned pickled asparagus, at a little shop on the side of the road. Actually, it was a liquor store. It was just like a little shed. It was at last chance for liquor on the highway I was on. So, yeah. Pickled asparagus. It was really good, actually. It's really good. Didn't eat the whole jar yet. They advertised pickled eggs. They didn't have any pickled eggs, so I got the pickled asparagus instead. So, should we walk back over to the visitor center and see what they got in there at the gift shop? Get my pass. All this petrified wood everywhere. It's pretty cool. They have a little area where you can go and stand and look at the petrified wood this way. And they had a fence when we last visited. There's like a fence around it, but it's like a big pit. No cover. Some kinds of trails. Code. That's cute. $16. We should have this though. You know what a sucker I am for books. Edible and medicinal plants in the Rockies. Edible and medicinal plants is what I'm going to. Got postcards. You know what I need? I need a refrigerator magnet. Do you have any of those? What are these? Are these magnets? They are. Cool. Which one should I get? Colorado. I do need a Colorado one. But this one has a bee on it. Oh, this one's cute. There's pretty magnets.
Anyways, we can get the tablet up and running and we can have someone cruising around the front. I'm ready for the idea of having the tablet down right.
I have hiking stick medallions. That's cute. Cool. All right. All right. Thanks for joining me on my adventure at Florissant Fossil Bend. See you again soon.